The worst team, the worst stadium, the worst city, the worst fans. When it comes to the Oakland A's, it's usually a negative.
The Oakland gets a lot of bad raps.
But I want to show you a different side, that A's fans are actually some of the best in baseball.
We love our team.
There's a lot of diehards out here.
And that the blame for the A's moving to Las Vegas shouldn't be placed on the fans, but instead someone else.
It's not the fans. It's all on ownership, 100%.
I mean, come on, where else can you tailgate with a mariachi band? Alright, before we go to any game, we gotta talk about this site. For years, the A's have tried to find an area for a new stadium around the city of Oakland. Locations varied from around the city, but the closest they ever got was the Howard Terminal, which is right behind me. When city officials thought they were close to getting a deal done, the A's suddenly pulled out. Shortly after the A's pulled out, they announced they were moving to Las Vegas, a city they had also been looking at, along with new sites here in Oakland for a new ballpark, making fans really question whether or not the team was operating in good faith about staying here in Oakland. Another neat little fact, not really related to the A's, but some cool history about Oakland is this site is also really important. So the port here, it's one of the biggest ports on the West Coast and is really what helped build Oakland. In the early days when this was becoming a city, this area of land that Oakland sits on was a huge oak forest. And ships coming into the bay could use that forest as like a navigational tool, hence kind of the reason why Oakland got the name Oakland. Another fun Oakland fact, Tupac started his rap career here. California knows how to party. California knows how to party. Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West. As I head off to the game, I wanted to get some thoughts from the locals on the team's move to Las Vegas. What's your opinion on the A's moving to Las Vegas?
This is just dumb. Just dumb. Who's gonna go there? It's gonna be like the Raiders. It's like, Raiders, oh hey, we're Raiders fans.
In my opinion, the best part of A's game day comes before a pitch is even throwing. The Coliseum sits in a huge parking lot. And while it might not make for the picturesque stadiums like the ones downtown, what's one thing that's cool about it is that everyone comes here and tailgates before the game. And it didn't take long for me to get my first beer.
I'm 1, 2, 3.
And after a long, hard morning of tailgating, I needed a little pick-me-up. And nothing screams America more than baseball and hot dogs. Thank God for these Coliseum parking lot hot dog stands.
Nope. Here's that second one.
Thank you.
No worries, dude.
Coliseum parking lot glizzy. I'd rate it 10 out of 10 for sure. Now viewed as the laughingstock of the league, that wasn't always the case. For the longest time, the A's have been the pride of Oakland.
The A's are much more than amazing. There's a fly ball here in the deep left center. Joe Rudy there. Oakland has won the 1972 World Series and their second consecutive championship, as the Oakland A's capture their third successive World Championship,
winning 3 consecutive World Series in the 70s and adding another in the 80s, with multiple Hall of Famers calling Oakland home like Rickey Henderson, Reggie Jackson, Dennis Eckersley, and my mustache brother, Raleigh Fingers, along with many more. Mustache gang.
Now the pitch. Swung on, there's a high drive, hit way back, right center field. That one is gone, and it's 20 consecutive victories for the Oakland Athletics.
Even when new owners came in and slashed payroll, the A's still found ways to win, winning an MLB record 20 games in 2002 and creating the sabermetrics movement. Now, with the A's finishing out their last season in Oakland, who is responsible for their downfall? Well, let me introduce you to the most hated man in Oakland.
How clean's it gotta be?
Whatever you want to say.
Fuck that guy.
John Fisher, man, I was like, he needs to sell the team for sure.
Nothing positive, greedy and worthless
If I saw him in the street, I'd hit him with my car, probably. Then that's probably not over an exaggeration either. Big middle finger to him. I wish him hell the rest of his life.
The biggest schmuck in the 510 area code, and we call him Gap Baby because his parents started the Gap.
John Fisher is the current owner of the Oakland A's, a team he bought in 2005 the good old-fashioned way, with money he inherited from his parents. And ever since then, he has completely run this team into the ground. A display of so much incompetence that people wonder if he's deliberately sabotaging the franchise here in Oakland so he can get his wish of moving the team to Las Vegas. Because no one can really be that incompetent, can they? As we go into the stadium here, the Coliseum, how he really mismanaged the team will kind of stick out, and I'll point them out to you. We're about ready to go into the second best Coliseum in the world. So let me ask the question, why travel all the way to Rome to see the Coliseum when you can just come to Oakland? We're in the Coliseum. Super excited. Let's see why it's considered the worst baseball stadium in the world. Look at these broken seats, and this barbed wire fence, and these bullpens on the field, and this TV that's probably from the 80s. And what, no ketchup? The Coliseum's a dump, and you really can't lie about that. It was built in the 60s, and it has definitely seen better days. Ever since Fisher took control of the team, he's wanted a new stadium, basically neglecting the Coliseum and refusing to put money into it for upgrades, hoping to get the city to fund him a new one. The Coliseum's nicknamed the last dive bar in baseball, and rightfully so. But I love a good dive bar. So my goal this weekend was to find what's good about the Coliseum. It's got Stomper, and these guys. It even has a garden, and this cool bar in left field with this cool log. And the wave was created here. Coming around again. Ready? There's not a bad seat in the house, even from all the way up here. There's zero coverage from the sun so you can get a sick tan. Just look at my tan line. It has an insane amount of foul territory, but my favorite thing is the pee troughs. Also, you see the retired numbers over here? There probably won't be any more in the near future for A's, because every time the Oaklands get a budding star, Fisher decides to trade them before he has to spend money on a big contract for them.
We're basically the farm club for Major League Baseball. Try doing that year after year after year, and then after the pandemic year, how about we trade your best players, then double your season ticket prices, and take away a lot of the perks. It's not the fans. It's all on ownership, 100%.
The fans in return have decided to boycott Fisher because they're sick of giving their money to an owner who doesn't really care about them. This has led to fan attendance to be lowest in the league. The A's right now average about 6,000 fans per game. But it's the Battle of the Bay this weekend, where the A's are facing their cross-Bay rivals, the San Francisco Giants.
Giants-A's is a big battle because this is the last time the Giants are going to play here.
So I gotta see a side where the fans are still passionate about this team.
Go away!
And that they aren't the reason the team is moving.
Everybody loves the characters. It sparks. Everybody's like, oh yeah, this is the A's. This is the A's. This is the old good times. I mean, we had some good runs. We love right field Will.
Meet Right Field Will, creator of the Belfour Rage phenomena when former A's closer Grant Belfour would enter the game to Metallica.
Balfour getting hurt Metallica, I was like, let me pretend I'm in a mosh pit, make my friends laugh. So I started going yeah. Then it started going on the next person next to me. Then one day we had a whole section doing it. Then in 2012, the last game of the year when he came in, it was almost the whole stadium doing it. It was one of the craziest things. I did as a joke, turned into almost like a baseball phenomenon for a little bit.
We love the drummers.
I even got a bang on the drums for a bit, which showed off my lack of musical talent. Hey, I promise they're booing a call on the field, not me.
We love Todd. He's the mayor of everything.
I'm Todd. They nicknamed me the mayor here at the games, and on my 50th birthday, I decided it's not a good look for us geriatrics to wear a jersey, so I wore an all-white suit to Star Wars fireworks here at the Oakland Coliseum. By the third photo request, I asked, sure, you can take a picture with me, but why? And people are like, we really like how you dress. And that night we got back to our condo, and my middle boy at the time, Ryder, was only 10. He says, Dad, you got to wear the suit now. It makes people happy.
But my favorite was the Super A, the guy who is literally the A's logo.
One thing I'm gonna miss the most for sure is just the environment. You know, it's Oakland gets a lot of bad raps, but I mean, it's a lot different when you're inside these stadiums.
Everything. It's my life. I've been doing this for so dang long. Been watching this since I was a little kid. Been coming here for almost 20 years straight, almost every game. It's one of the biggest disappointments in my life, knowing I'm going to lose something I've loved for so long.
I'm in games,
Dancing.
like, you know, it's everything's here I love. It's like I was born here.
I'm gonna miss going to games with the kids. Without these teams here, I'm afraid the community might be lost, because these three sports franchises, I know you're talking about the athletics, but the three sports franchises here is what held this town together. And without them here, I'm afraid what I'm gonna see.
No one really knows how the eventual move to Las Vegas will end up, and there's still a chance Fisher screws this up as well. But I do know Oakland deserves the A's.
I mean, there's a lot of civic pride with the green and gold. I mean, the Oakland A's have meant so much to this community, and I know there's so many people are losing their jobs over it. So many fans are losing the biggest part of their lives. It's just, they mean everything to Oakland.
Sure, Oakland is rough. It's the only place I've been where there are signs everywhere warning you about car break-ins. But it's also great, and that's because of the people there.
What about Oakland? Anywhere you go in Oakland, you'll know somebody. The community is just incredible.
The A's were a way for people to see Oakland in a positive light, and now that's being taken away. While Vegas is more glamorous than Oakland, it's lacking the passion for the team that Oakland has. In a city with endless entertainment options, who's going to care about a baseball team with a cheap owner that isn't Vegas's team? But I can tell you of a place where fans care and will buy the tickets. And that's Oakland. They just need an owner that actually cares about them in the town.
And you gotta go where the money is. But I think if you gave these people an opportunity in this town, you might be surprised, my friend. You might be surprised.
To quote Yogi Berra, it's not over till it's over. And yeah, the A's will play to the bottom of the ninth because it's 2024 and we've had the most walk-off wins in Major League Baseball since 2010. So we are ninth inning players in Oakland.